Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Wellness Wednesday. Today, I've got with me Jenny Allan from a beautiful ethical brand called Jenerous with a J. And just to recap here, while we do the Wellness Wednesdays, is because I want to talk about Morph-Moments, which are quite empowering moments in our lives. It's when something happens and it forces us to change what we do, and in our professional life and private life, and change direction and create something new. And it is quite an empowering feeling when we meet people who have gone through a Morph-Moment and actually created something new. So Jenny, welcome on our Wellness Wednesdays Empowerment series. It's so lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've been dying actually to have you on for quite a while because you've got such a beautiful brand, and I know that my community will be very interested in finding out what you are all about. Would you like to give us a little bit, in a nutshell, what Jenerous Fashion is all about?
Yeah, so we're an ethical brand, and we work with fair trade suppliers in India. And our mission is to change lives through fashion. So we're doing that by empowering work and giving back as well from our sales.
Beautiful concept. And how long have you been doing this for?
We launched at the end of 2019, so not very long at all.
Okay, you're young as the morph bag.
Yes.
Great. So 2019, 3 years ago. So what was your Morph-Moment? So what happened in your life that triggered this desire to launch this ethical brand?
Well, when I launched it, I was at the stage of my children going to school. So prior to that, I'd been working in the fashion industry as a designer for many years, and having my daughters, I decided to take a break and look after them while they were young at home. And they were going back to school, and I was thinking, well, what am I going to do now? And I wanted to do something meaningful that worked around my new lifestyle, but also let me use my skills and experience and love of fashion as well. But the link with India came from a trip that I did back in 2007, time ago, where I'd gone out there and done some charity work, and seen the poverty and the need for work. I wanted to do something to make a difference.
That's beautiful. And so how exactly did you get on about it? Because you said you did the trip quite a while back, and it stuck with you probably that you wanted to do that. And then you had the opportunity when the girls started school to dedicate some time and set up your business. So what? How did you get on about it? So how did you connect what you had seen with actually having your collection made up, manufactured over there?
Well, it's quite a long process. So as I say, I went a long while ago, and then I came back and had my children, and life just carried on. So the idea was always there, but I think I had to wait until the timing was right for my family, because part of what I needed to do was go to India and source suppliers and start traveling and being away from them. So I wanted to make sure that they were at a stage where that was going to be okay for them, for mummy to disappear for 2 weeks. So it was a lot of preparation in terms of sourcing suppliers, looking at the viability of our idea. Is it going to work? And getting initial designs, the concept, and then patterns and samples and fabrics and all of that. I'd come from a background of working for Debenhams, where my job was very much just one little part of a massive organisation. So I used to do the sketches, do the trend research, and design the sketches, and then everything else was done for me, and suddenly I had to do everything. So it was a big learning curve, and it took a long time.
Yes, and I thought it was quite funny actually when you said, well, I waited for the girls to go to school to think that I've got now the time to set up a business, because it's such a big deal, right, to be an entrepreneur. It's not exactly like when you move from your normal day job and you become an entrepreneur, you're gonna have more time at your hands. It takes quite a while to get to the stage where you can say, okay, I'm gonna work on from the beach.
Yeah, and having the confidence, isn't it, to do it as well, because it's a risk, isn't it? And you've got to take that step and say, well, no, I'm going to do this, I'm going to try. And yeah, it's having the confidence to do that and getting to that place where you go, yes, come on, let's do it.
So, sustainability is such a big term, right? So everybody has their own interpretation of what it is. In reality, it encompasses so many different aspects of what makes something sustainable. So I believe that your focus, from what you said, is really the giving back bit and making sure that the artisans who are working on your garments are treated well, in safe environments, and are paid fairly with fair wages. Is that what you would say?
Yeah, I mean, our priority is the people side of it. That's kind of where we started from. That was our starting point. But obviously, the more we do, we're learning all the time about sustainability. As you say, it's such a massive thing, isn't it? And kind of we're learning and developing our brand all the time, and understanding that, as well as looking after people, planet is obviously a really big thing to do. So we're using sustainable fabrics, using up our offcuts. We've just launched a pre-loved section, so thinking about the kind of circularity of our brand. So yeah, it's just a changing and ever evolving thing, isn't it, as we all strive to be more sustainable.
Yes, and you've got quite a wide range, so I can see some clothes there, but I know that you also have lots of accessories.
Yes, so we started with a small collection of ladies' dresses and girls' dresses. We do mini me girls' dresses, which is really cute. And then as we went into the pandemic, we realised that our product wasn't really, people weren't going out, they weren't going to be buying our dresses. So we quickly managed to produce accessories from kind of leftover production fabric, which was really good for the environment, but also created some headbands, scrunchies, scarves, face masks, and tote bags. So lots of little kind of accessories that are all hand block printed as well.
And are they matching the outfits as well?
Yes, yeah, you can buy all these matching things, which is good.
That is so lovely. So I see quite a few things there. Would you be kind enough to show us a few bits?
Sure. So this, for example, is one of our ladies' dresses. Yeah. And it's got this sparkle kind of star print, which has all been done by hand. And we have this really cute little girls.
Oh, no way. Well. Oh, it's adorable. Up to what size do you do them?
Up to, most of them are size 10 to 11. I did do a couple at 12 to 13, but most of them are 10 to 11.
Okay.
And we start at 2 to 3.
Yeah, so 2 to 3, they start at age 2.
Yeah.
Wow, you do a lot.
Yeah,
that's lovely. And those sparkly numbers, Christmas ready.
Yeah, look, this is perfect, isn't it, for Christmas?
It's perfect. Oh my goodness, I would love to see a little tot in it.
Oh. And then we have a lady's dress. Yeah.
Oh, so, wow, I love the color.
So some of what we do is dead fabric. So this is made from dead stock.
Okay.
And kind of, well, I remember running around like all the markets in Bangalore trying to find matching tulle to go with my sequin fabric and my lining and everything. So yeah, we kind of support, as well as doing organic fabric, we also support kind of local Indian businesses as well.
That is beautiful. Oh, such a great concept. And so what, you set all of these aspects up in such a short time, in 3 years? I mean, that is incredible. Or did you have quite a long run up before you launched it?
Yeah, I had I was thinking about it for a while, and I did a course on setting up a sustainable fashion business run by the it's called Fashion Forum. So that kind of was a couple of years prior, really. And then I think in the September 2018, I was like, okay, so my children were both in school. I was like, right, so I'm doing my business plan now, and I'm going to plan. So I kind of had probably a year when I was saying I was working on it full time in preparation, and then launched the following September in 2019. So yeah, it was a lot to organise, but yeah.
What is the most fun thing for you to do? Is that the drawing or seeing, I don't know, whatever parts?
Yeah, I mean, I do. That's kind of the bit that I love, the drawing and the designing. I think a real kind of change for me is when I was working for a big company, I would be doing lots and lots of designs. Every 6 weeks, I think it was, we had to do a new set of sketches. Whereas obviously when you run your own business at small, kind of I can't design that many things. So it's kind of investing in just designing a few pieces that are timeless and, you know, are going to have longevity. So I don't get to do as much of that as I used to, but what I've really loved is going to India. I mean, I'm really missing not going there and being able to see the people that are making our clothes and see the difference that this makes for them, having kind of this empowering work that helps them on their journey out of poverty.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of the highlights.
What I would like to talk about a little bit more in detail, you said you brought in the circularity by taking back some items that were previously purchased from you.
Yes.
And then what do you do with those? Would you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, so we were aware that, especially with children's wear, so I've seen, you know, my daughters have had one of my dresses and now it doesn't fit them anymore, for example. They grow so quickly, don't they? So I was aware that we could, especially for them, that it would be a good way to recycle them. And what we do is we put them on our website, we sell them at a reduced price, very much like a charity shop would, and the proceeds from that sale go directly to our charity projects. So yeah, it's the charity shop kind of model, as well as yeah, being able to extend the life of our clothing.
That is beautiful, beautiful concept. Well done, you.
Oh, thank you.
I love it because it's you really actually covered all different aspects of sustainability, right? The people side, the production side, the material side, distribution side, and then the and closing of the circle by accepting these items back and reselling them, making sure you don't produce too much.
Yes.
Wow. Big shout out to Jenerous, amazing. So what have you designed anything new? Now you said you've got timeless pieces. I can tell. I've been on your website quite a few times. You do have timeless pieces, but did you make some new designs? Yeah,
we're just launching a new one shoulder dress, which is really nice. It's a cocktail black dress, got a big bow on the shoulder. So that's just gone on our website today, actually. I'm going to send out my email to my email list to tell them about it, so you've seen it already. But yeah, that is one of our new styles, and we've also got some new jersey pieces that we're going to be launching in the next few weeks as well. So yeah, we're really excited about that. And we're looking to place another order out in India for next spring. So yeah, we're working on that at the moment.
Great. Wow, very tempting. You've got so many lovely pieces. Now I'm going to ask you something super cheeky. Would you be happy to give our viewers a little discount code that they could use if they want to start looking for outfits for Christmas or gifting? Would you be happy with something like that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so shall we
I'll do the same. I give back the same way. We can share a code, shall we?
Yeah, lovely. That would be great.
So we're both going to add a code and I'll put the code name in the caption.
Sure, lovely. Thank you.
That's brilliant. And so, okay, so you run a sustainable business. What does sustainability mean to you, though, on a day-to-day basis? I know it's a journey. We know we can't be perfect and everything, but do you have things that you absolutely follow?
I think it's just trying to be mindful, isn't it, and think about things. I mean, there's so many new things available. Like the other day, I went to the shop and I needed sellotape, and I found like the plastic-free sellotape. I was like, oh, I'm going to buy that. It's just making those switches, isn't it, bit by bit. And I think as mum, educating our children, isn't it, as well, in sustainability as well. So that's, I mean, that I'm always amazed by how much they're learning at school. So it's amazing that what they're being taught at school, but as well helping them. So my eldest daughter, I use kind of the you know, the beeswax wraps for her sandwiches, and all her friends think it's really weird. What's that? And you know, so that it's allowing them to show their friends and share about sustainability as well.
Yeah, it's become an essential, right, to bring sustainability into our lifestyles and sustainability into the products we buy and the demand they create for a supply of sustainable goods. We can't really just sit there and watch climate change happen. It's really quite apocalyptic if you look into you know, it's the details of it, the science behind it. So yeah, it's wonderful to see that things actually happen. Because I remember when I launched, I was like, when I launched the Morph bag, it was almost like, okay, something completely new. It felt like I'm trying to create a trend, but no, now it's become something that it's expected really to be in business, which is great. Because otherwise, change is never going to happen unless we all do something about it.
Yeah.
Small contribution, you know, like the Tesco commercials. Every little helps.
Yeah,
It
does.
It is true, right? Every little helps. Yeah. Great, and we don't need to sacrifice our habits or lifestyle, or you know, it's not about compromises. It's about finding alternatives, and very often we find alternatives that actually represent the same thing as what we were used to. Just we need to establish a different habit.
Yes, yeah.
And great. So, what do you have installed in the future with the Jenerous? Is there anything in particular apart from this beautiful design? You just told me about it. The shoulder, shoulder black dress with a big bow sounds gorgeous.
So yeah, well, we've got one of the things we had always wanted to do was do lots of kind of in-person events and things like that. So kind of in the run up to Christmas, we booked in to pop-ups and artisan craft markets and Christmas fairs. So that's really exciting for us. We hope that that will all be able to go ahead as planned and be really good for us. And yeah, we are, as I say, developing a new range for next year as well.
Super, fantastic. Thank you so much, Jenny, for coming on.
Oh, thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Really great. Also, I'll tag you on this so that people can follow you. And please follow Jenny and Jenerous and support her wonderful business. You are going to be tempted, I can tell you that much, when you go onto the website. There is so much to look at and choose from, and beautiful designs with a meaning.
Oh, thanks.
Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much, Jenny. Wish you good rest of the day. And thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.